Hi guys, welcome to episode 2 of the Larry Weekly. I'm Britt, one of the 6 hosts, and today's episode will be about matching tattoo analysis. This week for our shout out section. Shout out! Unfortunately, no one caught on to the previous inside joke in the last episode. However, what we would like to do for this week is to shout out Tomo_updates on Instagram for talking to us and giving us information they found that not many people know about. We won't give too much information about what they've told us so far because we'll use that in future episodes. In this week's episode, we're introducing a new concept of duo episodes. This week, it will be presented by myself and Scar, and the research and writing has been done by Sophie Ann and Scar.
So I'm willing to believe that a lot of tattoos, even those that appear to be matching sets like the ship and compass and rope and anchor, could be coincidental or even just friendship tattoos. But there's a point where I cannot accept that these boys' tattoos are just accidentally matching or intended to celebrate their friendship. And that point was reached when Harry got an anatomical heart tattoo and Louis got an arrow tattoo. If Harry and Louis are not in a relationship and are in fact forced to or want to alter their friendship and or behavior, there is no way they would be stupid enough to keep getting tattoos that can so easily and obviously be seen as a set that is clearly romantic. They've shown us time and time again that they are incredibly smart and aware. I refuse to believe that they would accidentally get a set of tattoos like a heart and arrow mere weeks apart, especially since this would be at least the third time they got accidentally matching sets. They are smart enough to avoid that. That section was inspired by @BlushyLouis because I found something that they had said that I really liked. So, go them.
First of all, we just have to acknowledge that Larry or not, tattoos are a commitment for life. Louis himself said this in a 2015 interview that he would not have any tattoos if it wasn't for One Direction. Harry was the first of the two to start getting tattoos at the beginning of February, and Louis followed later at the end of the same year. The first tattoo that we wanted to talk about today was the oops and the hi. On Harry's left underarm, he has a tattoo of the word hi, and on Louis's upper forearm, he has the word oops, with an exclamation point at the end. Harry got this tattoo done in June 2012, and Louis got his in November 2012. Harry's tattoo seems to be written in Louis's handwriting and Louis in Harry's. On November 30th, 2011, Harry tweeted saying, "I'm glad I was stood next to you at the urinals. If I had to get someone's pee splashed on me, I'd much rather have your pee than his." This entire tweet is in quotation marks, which leads us to believe that they were actually Louis's words that Harry decided to tweet. This has been common throughout Harry's tweeting back in 2012, as we later found out. And so Harry went to use the urinal next to Louis, and Louis said hi, and Harry said oops, because he had just peed on Louis's leg.
The next set of matching tattoos that we want to talk about are the ship and the compass. So on Harry's upper left arm, he has a ship that he got on the 18th of December, 2012. And Louis got a compass on his right forearm by the same tattoo artist 18 hours later. Harry's looks like an old English pirate ship, and
Where are we going today?
Louis's compass points to home. The tattoos are especially important because Harry and Louis got them done in the middle of the Haler publicity stunt. A quote from the tattoo artist: "He wanted a realistic-looking English ship because he misses home and needs to remind himself that he's homeward bound. What he said was, 'We're always on the road, but my heart is at home and I want a ship.'" Which, can I just say something about that really quick? I think it's so crazy that Louis points to home and it's saying that like Harry is like homeward bound because that means Louis bound, if that makes sense.
One of my favorite ones, because like how do antis even justify that the compass literally points?
Yeah, it's crazy. Like, what would that be pointing to? Like, what do you think, guys?
What do you think it means? What do you think it means? There's walls, the door, and pit and bedroom and hallway, like
they're building a Wait. Wait a second.
Did that just click?
Yeah.
I heard it. Heard right through that word.
You heard my realization.
But yeah, they're literally building a home.
Wow.
Like,
I feel like I knew that, but like saying it out loud, just like, you know.
Right. It was just like, wait a second, it's actually true.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, well, that was fun.
What a roller coaster that was.
Okay, so the next set of tattoos that we wanted to talk about were the rose and dagger. In September 2013, Harry got a rose tattooed on the outer side of the middle of his left arm. Louis, almost a year later, in October 2014, got a dagger on his left forearm. The rose and the dagger is one of the most significant tattoos between the boys, mainly because of the timing. After Harry got the rose tattoo, fans were speculating about Louis getting the dagger and spamming Louis, adding him in tweets asking him to get the dagger to go with Harry's rose. So after almost a year, that's exactly what he did. Not only are they in the same size, color, and almost the same placement on each other's bodies, but a dagger through a rose is a common tattoo that represents the strength needed to be endured. Further meaning as to why the dagger and rose tattoo normally go together is said that the dagger is one of the most threatening of weapons for the sole reason that in order to use it effectively, the attacker must be fairly close to the victim. Close physically, but also close emotionally. The rose, then, is a vital opposite to the dagger, representative of ideal beauty and also love. There is actually a larger context around the months before Louis got the tattoo, and if you want to know more about it, I advise you look at Skeptical Larry's master post on Tumblr. It is also said that the conversation Louis had with the tattooist when he went in to get his dagger was that he was asked if he wanted the rose to go with it, and Louis's response was that the rose had already been taken care of.
The next one we want to talk about is the heart and the arrow. So on February 18th, 2014, Harry got an anatomical, realistic looking heart on the inside of his upper left arm. Louis got an arrow on his arm as well. The arrow through the heart is a common conception which you would normally find in a single tattoo or paired between romantic or lifelong partners / relationships.
The next set of tattoos that we wanted to talk about were the anchor and the rope. On June 24th, 2013, Louis got a rope tattooed on his right wrist. 7 months later, in January 2014, Harry got the anchor tattoo, covering one of his first tattoos that we know about, which was the I Can't Change, on the same wrist and placement as Louis' on the opposite side. To add on to that, Louis wrote Strong, which was released 3 months after he got his tattoo. In the song, we can find the lyrics, "My hands, your hands, tied up like two ships." Two of Louis and Harry's matching tattoos are linked to the nautical world, and a lot of nautical references are still found nowadays in their artistic work. One example is Harry's Adore You music video. The YouTube channel Cosmic Leads words this better than we can. It seems like Harry is showing all of his love for Louis on one arm since he can't in public. Hence why all of the tattoos related to Louis are on the arm marked things I can't change.
That is so sad.
Right? It really makes you think, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Like the fact that all of them are on the side where he's stated that I can't, I can't do this, I can't show this, I can't change this, is all his Louis like all of his Louis tattoos are over there. And then the other ones are the non Louis related tattoos, or the more I don't want to say symbolic, but like the more ones related to the band that aren't specifically Louis, if that makes sense.
yeah. I wish you could see, because, okay, this is like a little random, but when we get like a lot more listeners and stuff, what if one day, because like I've looked up, we're the only people that have done like a consistent, like Larry podcast. Like it's literally never been done before.
Mm.
So what if one day when like, what if they stumble upon it?
Oh my god. Can you imagine?
No, no. What would be funny? Like, obviously, this would never happen because, like, it just wouldn't. But what if they were like, actually, you got this fact wrong in like a DM? Like, actually, this is what happened.
Okay, but I
I would
would I would
cry.
I would cry, but I would also kind of low key love that.
Yep. That would be funny.
Mentioned it before. I was like, can you just imagine, like, one day in the future, one of them just like randomly tweets out about it, and then we're like, wait a second, is that about us? Like, you listen to what I think you listen to?
Yeah. No, no. Watch them both have listened to it, like, on their own, and then be like, hey, I've listened to this thing. And then the other one will be like, wait, I saw that too.
Can like, oh my god, I can just imagine that conversation.
Literally. One day, we'll get there.
One day, one day, like. Oh, I just think that with everything that we've gotten this year alone so far, and we're only like 3 months in, something's bound to happen.
Yeah. And also, so while Harry starts his tour, his Europe tour, they have some. This is just like a theory that I have. So some of their concerts are going to be like on the same night.
Yeah.
And what I'm thinking is, what if they do something? So, like,
Mhm.
what if each of them do something at their show, but like the ones on the same night like relate to each other?
Oh my God.
Do you know
Okay,
what I
but
mean?
yeah, I get it. They're 100% gonna do that. Like,
Yeah.
there's gotta be something. It's probably the outfits, to be honest.
Yeah, the outfits, the lights, I don't know, something.
Oh my God.
Yeah, like something's going down.
Oh, something has to be going down with everything that we've gotten. It just doesn't make sense for nothing to have happened.
Yeah.
But also, they both have the 28th off of every month. What
I
is
saw
this?
that.
Like,
It's
you'd
ugh,
think they wanted to keep the narrative that Harry is with Octopus and Ada, um, that we wouldn't have these coincidences still popping up 12 years later.
literally. And it's like I said, th- rumors don't last 12 years. Like they just don't.
Exactly.
Like rumors are things that when you have a rumor go around your school, it's a thing for like 2 days and then it's gone.
Yeah, literally.
Like something would not get like okay. Here's also my other thing. I'll keep this short because we have to like finish. But like my other thing is like with it kind of goes with like the whole rumors thing, but also like if something's not true, you don't need to prove that it's not true because it's obvious that it's not true. If
Yes.
that makes sense. So like if this was not true, why would we need people to prove that it wasn't true? Because it would just be known that it wasn't true.
Okay, you're a genius. Yes.
So the last one we're going to talk about in this episode is the butterfly and it is what it is. In January 2013, Harry got a tattoo on his lower chest. People argue about whether it's a butterfly or a moth, but it is what it is. The tattoo is inspired from the movie Papillon from the 70s. The movie is about Henry, nicknamed Papillon, a criminal wrongly convicted and sentenced to life imprisonment, and Louis, a fellow convict, helping him escape. As Nat's Trash said on TikTok, during the whole movie they are fighting for their freedom. The only reason why Henry endured 7 years in solitary confinement, the reason he didn't lose sanity or hope, was because Louis was keeping him alive. They were relying on each other. In March 2013, Louis also got a chest tattoo with "It Is What It Is" written. It seems to have nothing to do with Harry's tattoo, but it actually does, since the tattoo artist, Liam Sparks, designed the set as matching tattoos, and they both got a piece of it. We still have so much more elements to talk about, so if you want to know more about the subject of matching tattoos, we will do a Twitter thread and an Instagram post about it.
We haven't covered all of the Larry tattoos in this episode as there are so many to talk about. However, if you would like a part two, let us know. If you have any questions or want to know more details about any of the tattoos that we talked about today, you can DM us or ask us through the questions feature on Spotify. We hope you enjoyed the new concept of duo episodes. If you like them, be sure to make it known. If you want to be part of this journey, don't forget to follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube at The Larry Weekly to keep up with all podcast related news and exclusives. See you next Friday for a new refill.